Oh, I just got a burp out before hitting record, so you're welcome. We're checking out people who got fired on the spot. It just goners. Yelled out, F you. What are you gonna do? Effing fire me? Ding, ding, ding. Let's see what he's won. Safe to say, that's exactly what they did. You don't say that to someone who has the power to do that to you. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Fire me? Yeah. We're not gonna try to call their bluff with that one. Chef here got fired because I sent a steak out that had char on it. The only char on it was grill marks. So you got fired because the steak had grill marks? Bruh. I mean, do you really want to work at a restaurant like that? But don't people love seeing the grill marks on their steak? I feel like people who really appreciate a good steak really like to see the grill marks on it. Or am I just making this up? Had a coffee filled with alcohol. I guess being drunk at work is frowned upon. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty common rule for most workplaces. Well, technically I wasn't working. When I worked at Tim Hortons many years ago, we did this like walkathon thing because Tim Hortons was a sponsor for it. And so we all had hot chocolates and stuff, and I definitely spiked my hot chocolate. I would do it again. I would do it again. I wasn't on the clock. I was volunteering, and I had to because I was supervisor who shouldn't have been drinking. A friend of mine got fired on the spot for posting a minor plot point on Facebook about a movie we were working on. So that's a no-go. He made a comment about how dumb some of the plot was under the trailer post for the movie. Sadly, his friend had a friend who worked at the studio we were working for, just like that, blacklisted from the company. Oh. I mean, if you're working on a movie, even if you don't like the plot and you think it is a dumb plot, you just keep those thoughts to yourself. You just keep them up here. Write them in your diary. Tell somebody at home, maybe your pet, but you don't write it on Facebook. Used to work at an ice cream place that is a popular summer hangout spot for families in my town. Girl that I worked with, who had a reputation for being sort of wild, came in absolutely smashed and started getting dirty looks from parents. The owner came out and asked her to step into his office, and she started refusing and making a big fuss, so he fired her on the spot. Not surprised. Again, we cannot be drinking on the job. You can't show up to work smashed. I've sadly done that as well. But in my defense, I had a 6 a.m. shift and I would just party till close at the clubs till 2. And then I would just stay awake until my shift because I thought that was the logical thing to do. So technically I was just still drunk from the night before, which happened to be like 3 hours before my shift started. I don't know what to tell you. You gave me my early shift. I showed up and I still killed it. A food runner at a bar I used to frequent was fired from his job for stealing a giant bottle of Grey Goose. The best part is that it was a display-only bottle that was filled with water. That's painful. At least get the vodka. That is the universe's way of giving you the instant karma you deserved. I can like picture, I bet it was one of those big suckers, like the 60. I'm not gonna lie, this video is bringing up a lot of memories. Like right when I heard Grey Goose, I pictured myself on Halloween. I remember the year downtown and they were pouring right from the bottle of Grey Goose. They were standing on the bar pouring it into my mouth. I am too old to live like that now, but I had some fun. I worked at a bowling alley as a teenager. One girl was immediately fired for dropping a ball on the foot of a complaining patron. Like on purpose? Oh my God, your foot's broken. All your toes are smashed and your foot is broken. Or were they just in a conversation during that and accidentally dropped? No, I mean, that's more than being fired, right? Like if that was intentional, that's pressing charges. I need a new foot. I was fired on the spot from a Montana's. I had the flu and was boogering everywhere. Ew. When I said I couldn't continue washing dishes as I was a walking biohazard, I was let go on the spot. Lack of work ethic or something. Okay, so this one wasn't deserved like all the drunk people showing up to work in our other ones. You were actually sick and probably should have called in sick, but we feel the guilt of calling in sick and we need the money. We can all relate to that. So you show up and then you realize like, I should have called in sick and they fired you. I feel like that's illegal. You shouldn't be working in a food environment when you're sick anyway. Blech. I worked as a temp in IT at Nurses College, and the ground floor was a student loan department. One of them found an iPhone in one of the student bathrooms upstairs during lunch and put it in her desk. A few hours later, a student came to us, for some reason Lost and Found was in the IT office, and reported it missing and that she had accidentally left in the women's room after calling her boyfriend. My boss found the phone by simply calling the number. It had a unique ringtone, of course. Department head walked in her office, opened the drawer and confirmed it was the missing phone, and fired her in the middle of a conference with a student. I overheard him say, "If you can't do the right thing in a simple situation like this, how can I trust you to do your job ethically?" You just stole someone's phone? That's man. That's not cool. I have left my phone in public bathrooms before, and I was like, well, it's totally gone. There's no way. And there was a woman who legitimately waited there for, I'd say, at least 10 minutes in hopes that the girl would notice and come back, who was me. And I did. You could tell she was looking, and she gave it back to me. So there are good people in this world, and when you lose something, you always hope it's gonna land in the right hands. Not this person's. She began to hit a coworker over some money owed. I'm sorry? Money owed, sketchy, hitting as in like physical. This is a Jerry Springer episode. I hope y'all got it on camera. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't hit others. I worked in a doctor's office and we had a maternity leave that was being covered by PRN help. Well, one person who came to help cover the office had been passed from office to office because she couldn't do anything right. She couldn't take a patient back in under 20 minutes. She couldn't file paperwork. It was just bad. So she arrives at our office and we put her answering phone calls. She answered the phone. "This is Dr. X's office. Can I take your order?" My manager lost it and told her to leave and never come back. Probably for the best. "Hi, yeah, I would like to order some blood work results." At least she tried. And you guys did give her a fair chance from what it seems. Like, she was being passed around. They were trying to find a job that she could do that was simple. That reminds me of the movie Elf. Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Oh man. All right, guys, those are some people fired on the spot. Have you ever been fired on the spot, or do you know someone who has? Tell me. Tell me. I want to know the juice and the tea, okay? There are times where I probably should have been fired on the spot, but I wasn't. So, joke's on you. I'm just kidding. I'm a very hard worker. I'm out for you guys. Stay classy out there, stay sassy, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab?